It doesn't matter how many hours you spend studying that triathlon rulebook, there are some that you're just not going to find.
And rather than you finding out the hard way, we've put together a few hints to prevent you from making those mistakes or upsetting fellow athletes.
Oh, hi there.
Again, Mark? You've been wearing that suit every day for the last month.
I like it. Look at it.
Checking that your new tri-suit fits and feels comfortable is of course important, but that doesn't mean that you need to wear it to every pool session. Not only will it decrease its life expectancy, but also you might look a little silly on poolside.
The same goes for running. You should try and just keep it for race day, really. And I know they do look cool, but try not to wear it every day for a week leading into a race.
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for Heather and then we'll be on our way. Whoa, hang on guys. Whoa. What are you riding?
What do you mean?
You're on your TT bike. We're doing a club ride. We're all on a road bikes.
But I'm comfortable like this.
Some cycling clubs don't actually allow you to ride a time trial bike in their club sessions, but even if it's not a written rule, it's worth trying to avoid if possible, especially if your time trial bike has the gear shifters on the end of the poles, not next to your brakes. But if you only have a time trial bike, then it's worth checking ahead just to see if it is okay.
And if you do insist on riding your TT bike with others that are riding road bikes, then I'd probably advise not going anywhere near your aero bars because you probably won't have many friends left at the end of the ride. I had a bit of a shock in my race at the weekend.
Oh, really?
I thought it'd be cool to wear this nice new white tri-suit, but...
Oh my gosh, that is really quite see-through, isn't it?
yeah, it's quite bad.
Not pretty.
Right, clothing technology has come a long way and fabrics are much better designed for sports, but wearing a white tri-suit or cycling shorts is a pretty bold move. So it's probably best left to the pros, but if you are set on standing out, it's probably worth checking that your bowel movements are under control and maybe get a friend just to check that your tri-suit isn't see-through when it's wet.
If your coach has set you a steady state run and you're lucky enough to get to do it in a group, make sure it stays as a steady state. There's no point just because you've got someone next to you to get faster and faster because it can end up turning into a race and that's completely not the point of the session.
Yeah, this is one of my pet hates. It's a bit like half-wheeling on the bike. If you try matching the speed of that person just ahead of you, it's just going to get faster and faster and faster. I hate it.
Transition areas can often be pretty tight for space when it comes to race day, and you're not the only person trying to frantically get your kit set up. So just remember, try and keep your stuff out of the way of others, and it's not your hotel room. So do all of your pre-organisation before you get there, and then hopefully on race day, it's pretty easy and you can just stay relaxed.
And whilst we're on the topic of transition areas, I'm quite precious about my transition setup. So make sure you don't end up moving anyone's stuff. And if you do have to squeeze your bike in, just do so carefully. And if you do end up moving anything, just make sure it goes back exactly as you found it.
Hey Heather.
Whoa, what's going on? What's happened to your face?
Got a bit scrappy in the open water swim at the weekend. Yeah.
Ouch.
In a mass start, it's going to be impossible to swim without touching the other swimmers next to you, at least for the first few hundred metres. And it is physical. With your stroke, you're naturally going to knock the people next to you by mistake. And it's part of it. It's accepted, it's expected, it is open water swimming.
However, dunking is not. Intentionally dunking another swimmer to help propel yourself forward or just allow a bit of rage is a serious no-no. Now, I've been in a fair few physical swims over the years, and I can tell you, getting in a scrap wastes you far more time and energy than you would have gained.
Getting comfortable and finding the right aero position can take some time, and making sure that your aero helmet fits correctly is really important. So riding that out on your own on your TT bike or in races is completely fine and makes sense. But turning up to a club ride wearing your aero helmet and your full aero gear, you're going to look a little bit silly, and any aero gains you might have got will be lost in all the respect that you will lose just there and then. Just because these rules aren't written down doesn't mean they're not important. Demonstrating good sportsmanship is essential whatever sport you're doing, and having respect for your fellow athletes is equally important. Just remember, if you're not sure, think if that's how you'd like to be treated, then you're probably on the right track.
Yeah, and if there are any unwritten rules that we haven't covered, we'd love to hear them. Please share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and click on the globe to subscribe to GTN and see more videos from us.
And if you want some 8 winter training tips, just click on this video.
And to see how to increase your run distance, just click down here.